Yeah, well, I thought our guys really competed defensively, and Purdue, as I said after the game, they're very hard to defend. I mean, they're constant motion. They have really good players. They have back to the basket score. They have perimeter guys that can hurt you. But their offense is very hard to guard because always have five guys moving. So you really have to be coordinated and connected and talking. And I thought our guys did that in the second half to an extraordinary high level. I mean, you're talking about Purdue, which is a great program. To hold them to 20% shooting and 10% from three is very, very unusual. And it's a reason for our guys to be proud and build off of.
A couple of guys that we didn't talk about last night. Greg looked a little quicker on his feet. He had that crucial and one in the second half. Well, does he kind of look like getting back to the old Greg?
He's getting closer. I'll let you know when he's back to I think 100%. I don't think he's there yet, but even without being there, he's still a guy that helps us win. He makes winning plays. He makes the game easy for other people, and he comes up with critical plays at critical times, as he did yesterday. You got hit in the head, and just as precaution with anybody that gets hit in the head and knocked to the floor, you got to go through, and we want to go through, concussion protocol. But he passed it. I told him, surprisingly enough, he passed it.
He came back and had a couple crucial.
You know what I mean? I thought he played really well after having got knocked to the floor, and so hopefully that's not what it's going to take every game, but I thought he really gave us a spark that last 14 minutes of the second half when he came back into play.
You probably always knew Kobe McEwen had that in him, but was it nice to see him do that and emerge on a national level or whatever you want to say?
Yeah, it was a huge stage, and I thought Kobe started the game. He started the game wanting to get people involved and be a distributor, and he's still getting his feet underneath him, and that's probably going to take a few games. Most of the transfers that we've had here, even the really, really good ones, it's not like they just hit the ground and they're cleared for takeoff. There's usually some, getting your footing underneath you. And then I think Kobe's mindset of distributing took away from one of the things he does best, which is his ability to score and put pressure on the defense. So, striking that balance, which is a fine line because we need him to score and we need him to distribute, is something that I thought he got a much better handle on in the second half when we told him, like, look, man, we need you to be aggressive, so.
What have you seen from Wisconsin so far, scouting?
And we watched some last night and some this morning. I mean, it's a typical Wisconsin team. I think they are very versatile. With Reavers playing at the 5, he presents a difficult matchup because they can space you really at all 5 positions. They can knock 3-pointers down, so defending the 3-point line is going to be important. And they still employ the swing, but they're also running a bunch of ball screens for Trice, and he's very effective off the ball screen. So, they're not going to beat themselves. They're going to play incredibly hard. I think it's a very connected group. And, look, it's a rivalry game. It's going to be, hopefully, most likely a one-possession game.
About Ethan Happ, Steve, does that, kind of the way you describe him, do you think that they do a lot of other different things rather than just feed the post, or how do you look?
Well, they still hit the post, and one of the things about their offense is a little different is that they post their guards a lot. So it's not just a matter of throwing it to Reavers, which they do. Their guards get the ball in the post a lot. So that's not as common. But Happ was such a dominant post player, where they ran everything through him, and rightly so. I mean, he's one of the top 5 players in the history of the program, so they should run things through him. But I think they have more balance, this year, and that in some respects it makes them more dangerous.
Is this a game for Theo to kind of show his versatility defensively, like guarding out, Reavers out on the 3-point line?
Yeah, I mean he'll have to do that, and because obviously Reavers is a really good player. I think he's really improved, and if you give him open shots, I mean he can knock them down. So our big guy's ability to play away from the basket is important, and playing without fouling away from the basket.
And I know Jace is week to week. I don't know if Sunday falls into a new week or a different week, but what's
Yeah,
what's
you know, I
the
mean,
update on
he's still got some time. So, but we need him back. You know, I mean, you know, he's going to help us when he comes back. Or he's got to be 100% healthy, and then he's been off for now a number of weeks. So then he'll have to get back in shape. But Jace, when he gets back, I anticipate him really helping us.